getting ready for the race. Over the bank holiday weekend, the riders of the Tour de Yorkshire battled it out through villages and countryside. The East Riding town of Pocklington is on the first day's route. If you want to kill the growing race day buzz, mention a certain electoral contest coming in a couple of weeks.
No hand turning.
Are you excited about the big race?
Yes.
What about the European elections?
No.
It's still pointless, isn't it? You know, we're supposed to be leaving Europe, so what's the point of electing people to go for like 2 months or something?
Will you vote?
In the European elections? No, probably won't bother, no.
I've voted Conservative for years, but no, not now anymore, because I just think government's shambles. Yeah.
How might you vote?
I think I'm going to vote for the new party. Give it a try.
What, the Brexit party?
Yes.
The same day that the Tour de Yorkshire was coming to Pocklington, the town was also voting in the local council elections. Even Conservative candidates in that election, like David Sykes, show no signs of party loyalty when it comes to the European elections.
I can't for the life of me see the point of it when we should be out of Europe by now. We're not. It's got to cost a fortune, and for what?
But you are going to vote Conservative?
I withhold my comments on that one.
I mean, some people might say that we're in an extraordinary position in politics right now, where a chap standing outside a polling station with a blue rosette on says, in the next election, the next European, I might not vote Conservative.
Well, there are some people at the moment that are saying they're never going to vote Conservative again, so never mind the next election.
At the local election count at Halton Price Leisure Centre on Thursday night, the Conservatives looked nervous. The area is overwhelmingly Conservative, but voters also opted decisively for Brexit. Even the frequent chuckles from the local MP and former Brexit Secretary David Davis can't do much to lift the mood. Candidates like Mike Medini have felt the anger of voters on the doorstep.
There's been a lot of protest votes, and people have been telling us that on the polling station. They said, we would normally vote for you, but you know, they want to stick it to the government, and it's just the way it's going nationally. So.
Mike was back at his day job today, which gives him a great view into the lives of local residents. Although he was re-elected to the council, it was, he says, no thanks to the party's leadership.
There was promised Brexit. I can't remember how many times Theresa May said Brexit means Brexit, and you know, it's not happened yet. The atmosphere on the local level was all focused on Brexit, people wanting to, leave, and that's why they were voting against us. So when it comes to the European elections, it's just going to be amplified even more.
Do you think it would make any difference if the Conservative Party changed leader, got rid of Theresa May?
That is what a lot of people want, even members of our party, and people who aren't members of our party believe that it's time for change.
And would that help, do you think, in the European elections?
I think it's a bit close now, isn't it? Was it now 2.5 weeks getting on for? Yeah, I think it might be a bit too close for a leadership change for it to affect.
But if you could wave a magic wand and...
Yeah, if somebody would come in who was really pro-Brexit, Brexit means Brexit, and would stand by that, then I think that could possibly, but I don't think it would sway enough.
And have you thought about how you might vote in the European elections?
Not yet.
Really?
Yeah, well, no, it's a bit of a tough one, I don't know if you can ask me that one.
Helen Green is another re-elected councillor deeply critical of the Conservative leadership. When I met up with her today, she was alarmed by reports that the government might be about to agree a permanent customs union as the price of Labour Party support.
That's not what we voted for with Brexit at all. We don't want to be in a customs union. It'd be even worse, I think, to be still tied into the EU but not having a say.
And you think that's going to happen simply to avoid the European elections?
I would like to think not, but I could see that could be a possibility, yes.
Has the relationship between the leadership and the grassroots, do you think, broken down completely in the Conservative Party?
I think so. I think so.
Have you thought how you would vote if the European elections do happen?
Well, as of the moment, if things stay as they are, I shall not be casting my vote.
You just won't vote at all?
I'm not going to vote at all. I don't feel by voting I'm supporting those residents that that voted for Brexit. I cannot support. As things are at the moment, I cannot support the Conservative Party. in the European elections.
The chasm between many Conservative members, activists and councillors and the party leadership in London is now as wide as the Humber. It will take a piece of monumental political engineering to span the divide. Some believe this is now an impossible task and the party is heading for a split.